Fat Man's computer exploded right as we were trying to record.
Yeah. Where's the video capture device?
While we wait, people, you can enjoy me playing with my butterfly knife.
Yes, yes you can.
I know exactly one trick with it.
Well, hey, you know, that's the most important thing.
Well, actually, I know multiple tricks, but the other ones aren't as impressive. They're just basic.
Light.
Closes and opens.
I'm gonna hit the
perfectly legal content generation device.
It just happens to spontaneously create incredibly similar, almost identical content.
Legally distinct.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to RWBY.
To RWBY.
We're back.
It's been 87 years.
Legitimately.
I'm on the other side of the country. I'm not in the same time zone anymore.
It is legitimately amazing how much time has gone past since we have heard hide nor hair of RWBY. And finally they're like, oh yes, February. It's going to be February.
Yes.
The hardest month to pronounce.
And on Crunchyroll.
And on Crunchyroll.
I didn't read their statement. I got about as far as exclusively on Crunchyroll, and I was like, oh my god.
I try to avoid the RWBY channels in both my server, but like also in the Sketchy Huntsman in general, everyone's just talking about this. So I'm not avoiding spoilers, sadly. So I've seen a few screens.
Okay, yeah.
There's some wacky stuff in here. I can't wait to see that. But yeah, the Crunchyroll thing, that's an interesting little wrench in the cogs, so to speak.
Yeah. How do all the people who pay for Rooster Teeth First feel?
They feel like they're going to get it a year later, because that's what they confirmed. They're going to get it 1 year after this.
Rooster Teeth First. I mean, after a year.
That's not a good sign.
No, it's really not.
That is a very bad sign.
Kaden did a Q&A or something, where she was, like, worried that RWBY would get canceled before it got a chance to, like, get to the end.
I mean, that's typically how canceling works. You get canceled before the end.
Yeah, but I mean, just considering that it's, like, you know, Rooster Teeth's main property at this point. Like, I'm sure that RWBY doesn't, like, pull in the big bucks anymore.
Dude, no one's even heard of RWBY 0.
RWBY what now?
Exactly.
They're on the 0th season now? Wow. They had so many seasons they looped back around.
They're all hinging on Volume 9. And you know what? Let's get into Volume 9 before we talk about the Doomer talk, because I have thoughts.
Yeah.
Alrighty, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Where am I?
You're in RWBY Volume 9, RWBY. Pay attention.
Let's try to be more logical, shall we?
Oh, shut up, Spock.
Oh my god, Mouse Army! Oh, Toy Soldier?
A talking raccoon riding on a purple wagon filled with trash.
Riding on a purple wagon filled with trash?
What?
What was riding on a purple wagon full of trash?
A purple raccoon.
A raccoon. Okay.
And we believe the tree can get us there.
I sense a butt.
Oh, what the?
That was funny. That was funny. I approve.
This is...
They forgot to texture that cat.
Well, it's
the purple and blue checkerboard is like the default. It's like the default Maya creation.
You see,
thing,
if this gets meta about it being a CGI anime, we might have something.
That. Yeah.
What are you gonna be?
Oh, a hi, old RWBY. A hi, things we've seen. Oh, a forged woman
of
Zwei.
Was that supposed to be Zwei?
Everyone's crying.
If you don't.
All right, that's when RWBY learns that
that
Penny is dead. Oh no, there's not more. Okay.
Yeah, all right, okay.
All right.
God,
so,
it's the Crunchyroll. It's the Crunchyroll thing. You have it with the cards in there, right? Like,
yeah.
Well, if you look behind where the cards are, it's the Crunchyroll logo. It's not the Rooster Teeth logo.
Yeah, that's well, because we're on the Crunchyroll channel. That's why.
Yeah, and I knew that. I'm on the same channel as you.
What was that trailer? Like, okay, you got one good joke at least.
Yeah, I need to like listen to the actual words.
You got your arms stolen by a
Talking raccoon riding on a purple wagon filled with trash.
Okay, how much for the arm? Oh, I'll get that arm.
I tried trying closed captioning and it didn't really do much for me.
Yeah, they were kind of garbage.
It's lending itself to humor right now, and it's working.
Yeah, they remembered that RWBY was supposed to be funny. That's great.
We got a purple raccoon. Got RWBY running around in MC Escher's house.
Oh no, did that hit crazy stairs?
We got her playing chess against...
That's too many pieces.
Yeah, it was super chess, and she's playing against Rumpelstiltskin or something. There's a big tree, got the ugly ass Ever After, which looks more defined now, I'm noticing.
Is that what this place is called?
It's called Ever After, yeah. They confirmed that, like, back in the last trailer.
Good for them.
The cracks between these huge chunks that are separated from each other are well more defined. They're more like chasms now.
Well, yeah, they look like hexagon board pieces. That looks like Candyland, you know? That looks like Raspberry Land.
Yep.
And that looks like Ice Cream Sundae Land.
Yeah, and we're playing Hero Quest right now.
And there's Volcano Land. There's Elden Ring. And then there's Morrowind with the mushrooms.
Oh my god, there's actually a nice looking shot in this trailer.
Oh, where?
41 seconds. It's actually pretty nice. The composition isn't bad. RWBY's a little dark, maybe, but you know, for what they're focusing on, which is the main centerpiece, it actually looks kind of nice. It's kind of this pagoda,
like lotus-y,
lotus pagoda thing.
Yeah, with the spiral staircase. That looks good. That looks kind of like the remember the Volume 4 Red trailer?
Yeah,
I always thought that was like the peak of RWBY aesthetics, and this is kind of reminiscent of that. With the dynamic lighting, the depths of scale,
and the small people in the foreground.
In the foreground?
I don't know who these people are. Well, yeah, they're sort of, I guess, mid-ground more so.
Yeah, he's got like a little like burlap sack with a question mark on it.
That's Mini Gara over there.
Oh,
who is this Duraludon looking motherfucker off to the left? Like this, it looks like a priest robe thing going on. I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Is that just more Dark Souls?
It's one of those statues from Wind Waker that you have to move around with the control staff or whatever, or the control song. The control staff is Twilight Princess. What am I thinking? This environment that RWBY's walking through at 42 seconds is just ugly. I don't like it.
I see a little pheasant. Almost.
Oh, there's an owl there. There's a little owl statue thing. I wonder if those will be important. The thing about this trailer, and I'm really annoyed by it, is what do we have to actually grasp what the hell is going on? We're being introduced to a completely new rule set.
I mean, we're probably not supposed to know what's going on because they don't really know what's going on, right?
Oh yeah.
But we're confused because it's RWBY, and they're confused because they're
writing RWBY. So we have Yang. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the writers, not the characters.
Well, okay. We already know the writers are confused. We don't have to go around restating that. This really is like the default 3D background, isn't it?
Yeah, so the second to last shot we get is interesting, is of Yang on a rope bridge that's obviously falling apart, looking down into basically a cloudy abyss where there's a massive tower thing.
Yeah.
And then we get RWBY talking to herself and being like, who are you gonna be? And it's like, that would have been a great question.
Ghostbusters!
Complete left turn for this entire series. No longer about fighting Grimm. We're Ghostbusters now. We live in central New York City. Bill Murray is our mentor figure.
From the 80s? No, 2016.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just as depressed as he was then. So this last shot of RWBY talking to herself in the cloudy fog. Okay, look, RWBY, the show RWBY, I'm going to level with you. The time to establish what your characters actually want isn't a decade into production.
And is it young Ruby saying that to old Ruby, or is it old Ruby saying that to young Ruby? Because it seems like "what are you gonna be" is something you would ask like the younger version.
Oh no. Oh, I had a revolting thought.
What?
Are they going to time travel?
Make out? oh, that kind of revolting thought.
Oh, no, that would be like fan artists could make it work, I'm sure.
Some Ruby on Ruby action.
But no, like legitimately, what if
they time traveled?
More so, what if they're talking to their past selves to change the future?
So there's this called Cinder. She's gonna show up around the time the Vital Festival starts. Stab her.
She's literally going to show up the minute you go into town, Ruby. She will be on the plane. Kill her with extreme prejudice.
I mean, she did try.
Oh yeah, but then Glinda showed up and was like, "Yeah, no, I'm going to take care of this," and then she doesn't take care of it. It's like, okay, great. I'm glad your magical power can't take out an airplane.
There's no such thing as magic.
Yeah, imagine the series.
Cinder had crashed.
Glinda had just killed Cinder at the very beginning.
Cinder and Torchic are just straight up dead. It would be better, actually. It might actually be better.
It could have been like mostly unchanged because Cinder was just a lackey henchman of Salem. Oh, we would have found that out sooner.
No, because Cinder did a lot. Like she poisoned the programming. She did all these other things.
That was Watts. I mean, she helped, but that was Watts.
She was the one that accessed the terminal. Like, I mean, Watts didn't do it. Although the question now raises, why couldn't Watts have done it? He could literally just walked in there with his Luigi legs. Waluigi legs. Sorry.
He's too dapper. I am the smart one, Cinder. You are the one who does all of the legwork. Even though my legs are spectacular.
Do you want to know why they're spectacular? I make other people do the legwork. My legs are pedicure.
My legs are beautifully maintained, and your legs, well...
Is it pedicure as feet?
Yeah.
And a manicure as hands?
Yes.
Right, because manipulator, okay, yeah.
Yes.
I have that fear that they're going to try time shenanigans, and that's... Oh my god, that would actually fix the problem with Vacuo, where it's like we left the world in a really shit situation. Like a really shit situation.
I mean, I'm still hoping like 20 years pass in between Ruby and, crew entering the Dreamland and coming out of Dreamland.
You want middle ground it. Middle ground it. They change the past and they do a 20-year time skip. Really with things.
Oh, that would be my favorite thing Ruby's ever done.
That would be, I'm actually warming up to this. That would legitimately be amazing. Like they know they have an option to change the past. They don't realize they're coming out in the future. So everything has changed. Legitimately, it would force, like, the relationships that people want to happen, like White Rose and Bumblebee, to happen, because every other romantic partner is now well outside of their age range. Unless it turns out hardcore Weiss or Ruby are into MILFs.
Yeah, no, it's like Oscar dies and Ozpin inhabits another 14-year-old.
Just Whitley now.
Well, wouldn't he still be like 20 years older if they did a 20-year time skip?
Yeah, and then we ship Ruby with that 15-year-old,
like 40-year-old Whitley.
But this is the main problem. There's nothing to go on in this trailer in the sense of, like, we don't know the rules, and obviously the characters don't know the rules either. But this is a problem because Rooster Teeth is struggling right now, and this is going to be a bottle season. Apparently, we have word that it's only going to be 10 episodes.
That's probably better, honestly.
Probably, like, but it's been 2 years.
I mean, sure, but it's also Ruby.
I know.
Like, I never gave up hope. I knew they weren't going to use those 2 years to make the show better.
I was going to say, like, it's 2 years, it's going to be 10 episodes. Only one image in this video has looked pretty. Yeah. Like, everything else has looked disjointed or ugly.
Yeah, the lighting is really weird when it's not moody.
And that's strange, because, like, okay, it's Wonderland, it's supposed to be weird. Like, that's not an excuse. It's actively unpleasant to look at. That is a problem.
Yeah.
And it's bottle. This is definitely going to be a bottle season. It's going to have to be. I don't see where they fit a vacuo plot in here if it's 10 episodes.
I hope they don't.
I hope they don't.
That's like my biggest like nay-say for this volume. It's like the opposite of my hope. What's that called? What's the opposite of hope? I forgot. I haven't watched RWBY in 2 years. I forgot what desperation felt.
What's the opposite of hope? The Last Jedi?
Saving what we love.
Yeah.
You're dragging us into a story within a story at this rate that we have no investment in. The only thing that we have is our characters going through something. It looks like it's going to be personal and introspective, but you missed the window for personal introspective back at Volume 4. Like, the time to do a personal introspective questioning what we're all about was back in Volume 4 after their entire worlds collapsed on them the first time. Like, you missed that window. You missed the window back when they were in Beacon to have introspection.
I ran.
You missed the window. You missed the window after Volume 6, during Volume 6 to have introspection when they learned that there's traitors in their midst.
Stop thinking.
You miss the Volume 8 moment to have introspection when their entire world falls upon them again after Ironwood quote-unquote betrays them, more so that everyone kind of stabs each other in the back unnecessarily.
Duty.
All of that introspection is finally catching up to them, and they're probably gonna miss the window again during this volume.
Yeah, for all we know, they're teasing something that's like, oh, it might happen in Volume 10. Okay, so I recently just got through freaking H-Bomber Guy's video on Sherlock.
Boomerang.
RWBY reminds me a lot of Sherlock in the way that he describes it, where it keeps promising things that never really pay off.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm feeling with this. It's like, we're being promised some weird, wacky things are going to go on. We're being promised that characters are going to be introspecting and reflecting upon themselves. But we've been promised that every volume since 1, and we haven't got... Actually, no, we weren't. Volume 1 and Volume 2 promised us wacky hijinks. Volume 3 promised us wacky hijinks. They didn't promise anything fucking deeper, and that's probably why those hold up better. The expectations weren't through the roof. Volume 3 is remembered as well as it is because it promised wacky hijinks, then went off into serious lands and brought everything down into grounded territory in a somewhat competent way. And it's remembered for that fondly. And then Volume 4 came and it's like, oh, everything's more serious now. And that's where you start having problems because you don't have the wacky hijinks anymore. And the serious stuff is kind of like sidestepped almost constantly.
I mean, Volume 4 had serious stuff. I mean, I liked Volume 4 more than Volume 3, so I kind of disagree. I mean, not about that they did promise wacky hijinks and they did subvert it in, Volume 3, but like, I think Volume 4 did its serious stuff well enough.
No, but the problem is it didn't do the serious stuff that it needed to do for the rest of the series, because then we hit Volume 5. Like,
no, Volume 4 didn't make up for Volume 5.
Volume 4 was a good starting point.
Yeah.
But it didn't do enough after Volume 5 hit, and you're like, oh, that was completely empty of value right there.
Yeah. They could have kept going with that momentum of having characters actually do stuff. But instead they just had Weiss sitting in a cage and they had Yang doing the wrong thing. I don't need to talk about Volume 5. This is Volume 9.
Fatman, you've made a career of not talking about Volume 5.
I have. Hey guys, go to our Patreon.
Coming never.
That won't make Volume 5 Part 2 come any sooner, but you can go check out
Didn't you already do a Volume 7 video at this rate?
No, I haven't uploaded a video in 2.5 years. No, I tried to do 2 different Volume 7 videos, and that was my undoing. I've written the commentary video, I just haven't had a chance to do anything with it. And then the commentary video at one point kind of turned into the full review. And that's kind of where it sits right now. Of like, I have a commentary video that's kind of a volume review. And I felt like rewriting it like into like a commentary and volume review. A little peek behind the curtain.
So what you're saying is You're responsible for the RWBY community being de-energized because you haven't committed any content.
It's true. It's my fault. I did it.
But that is, joking aside, that is actually something of concern. There is a lethargy in the RWBY community right now, even over Volume 9.
I know. They couldn't even beat RWBY in that ship poll.
Okay, the Bumblebee community. Shit. I disavow. This Volume 5, this is Volume 9 trailer, sorry. Volume 5 trailer probably got...
How many views does it have?
52,000.
That's not that
It's not
bad.
that great for RWBY. Like, this...
It's not it's not that great, but it came out today, didn't it?
Yeah, 4 hours, 52,000.
Let's not lighten the world on fire, but, like, I've seen worse.
Regardless, there is a lethargy. There is a lack of energy in this entire fandom. And the fact that they are moving...
I don't see this reviving it.
Yeah, I don't see this reviving it. I don't see any energy coming into this. And the fact that they're moving it to Crunchyroll, we've already said, bad sign for Rooster Teeth. That's really bad sign.
Yeah, that's going to kill all of the other momentum. Like, all the diehard Rooster Teeth First supporters, they're going to feel... betrayed.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately
what
betrayed.
shows do people actually watch on First anymore?
RWBY?
Exactly. Like, it's all podcasts. It's all, like, it's not even skits.
RWBY 02. They don't even have On the Spot anymore.
Yeah, they don't have anything that made Rooster Teeth. No one is staying on Rooster Teeth. And I think they see the writing on the wall, if I'm being frank, if they're moving it to Crunchyroll.
I mean, I don't think that's gonna, like, look at how they treated the last not anime show to end up on Crunchyroll. Like, and High Guardian Spice was better than RWBY. Like,
yeah, I've heard that.
Like, the Crunchyroll audience isn't gonna latch onto this. It's going to be the RWBY people begrudgingly moving from the Rooster Teeth website to Crunchyroll. And they're gonna lose people in this.
It's going...
Because of High Guardian Spice.
Yeah, although I don't think it'll be as severe as High Guardian Spice because Rooster Teeth and RWBY are a known quantity at this rate. It's not like...
Yeah, RWBY was already on Crunchyroll.
It's not Crunchyroll coming in and saying, hey, we dub and support all your favorite anime. We're making one now. And it's like, that's not what we paid you to do.
We're making our own show now.
That's not what we wanted from you, but okay. And we're not going to... Our first trailer for it is not going to say anything about it. We're just going to talk about the team making it and only talk about that and identity stuff. And it's like,
I mean, none of the trailer, even when they like came out with the trailer specifically to talk about it, they didn't. I made a video on that. Nobody understood what I was talking about.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like the advertising for, like, if you want to lay anything at the ground of High Guardian Spice, because honestly, I've not watched the show. I've heard it's okay. Yeah. Like, but their marketing was terrible.
The hate is completely overblown. The hate for it is like ridiculous. But yeah, no, it's a perfectly average show that, you know, was marketed terribly.
Yeah, no, the thing is, like, I don't know if the hate was overblown. I think the hate was justified by the marketing made the hate as bad as it was. I think that's really the route it takes. Because, like, the marketing was just shit.
If people hated it because they supported Crunchyroll specifically to, like, give the anime community money, then yeah, then the hate was justified. But if people thought it was going to be a bad show, that's not really the case.
Yeah, no, the thing that alarmed me was, like, you're not talking about the show. Why aren't you talking about the show? Like,
yeah, I mean, especially on Crunchyroll, when people watch, like, you know, 4 girls do cute things is like an entire genre of anime. And they could have pitched it like that very easily.
And they didn't.
Because that's basically what it is. And they didn't. They didn't. It was like, oh, there's a mystery. There's an evil organization. That's literally only in like the last 2 minutes of the show.
Oh wow,
like,
really? Damn.
I mean, that's why it worked so well for me anyway. You know, I'm sure a lot of people have different tastes when it comes to their shows, but I liked that it was just the characters doing character stuff for like 12 episodes, and then the last episode is like, grr, I'm evil, and then the last 5 minutes is like, oh, we're the evil council and we're going to feature more in season 2, and I'm like, oh, okay, I don't care. Like, don't take away screen time from the characters I actually liked. But whatever, you can do what you do.
But yeah, I have never seen a show, well, I've seen plenty of shows so mismanaged, but that's just terrible marketing. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's the fucking JJ Mystery Box thing. It's like, don't do that. That's the wrong way to handle a show. Like, market it for what actually happens on screen, not for what happens off screen. God. Well, I mean, yeah, then now we're watching a trailer where we don't even know what the fuck is happening.
Legitimately, this is it's not a mystery box, it's a mystery fucking cubicle. I don't know what to call it. I'm trying to think.
It's a mystery bunch of hentai vibes.
God, if you don't think that already there are artists hard at work right now because of this trailer alone.
Hard at work. Hey, any artists in the comments, are you actually hard at work?
Are you hardly working?
Yeah. No, yeah, to completely derail the reaction, do you actually, like, off to your own stuff if you draw not safe for work content?
I've more often than not heard that they don't. Like, after, like they're at first, but then once they actually get deep into the art, it becomes the art.
Yeah, they gotta have, like, that deviant mind to get started, but then it just becomes, like, the process.
I've written smut before. By the time I'm done writing smut, I'm not interested in the smut. It's like I'm like, wow, I have burned through this idea in my head.
I like, that's how I feel about my videos. I can never when I off to them.
It's why I don't write anymore. It's like it doesn't do anything for me.
Now you're just like, grammar.
So yeah, that conversations aside, RWBY Volume 9 trailer coming out, Volume 9, February 18th. Fixing RWBY is going to be airing concurrently with RWBY, and that baffles me.
Yeah, get more views. Just show it who's boss. Air it on Crunchyroll.
I will go and make a deal with Crunchyroll just to one up Rooster Teeth. Alrighty, well, thank you all so much for joining us. I hope you had a good time watching this reaction. This is going up on Fatman's channel, so I get to plug my stuff briefly. If you're interested in anything that I do Fixing RWBY. It's going to be over on Celtic Phoenix Actually, just Celtic Phoenix. I forgot I rebranded. I'm so used to saying productions at the end. Just the Celtic Phoenix. Go over to that channel, check out Fixing RWBY and a whole host of other content, like reacting to the new Trigun Stampede series, which is a blast.
Yes. And if you're interested in what I do, remind me what it was, because I forgot.
It's been a hell of a 2 years.
It really has.
And when we react, we will most likely be doing the thing that we always do, which is alternating between channels.
Yes.
So be sure to subscribe both to his channel and my channel. Ring that bell, like the videos, all of the quirky YouTuber things. I don't know. Throw it at your friends. Share it around. Does that promote engagement anymore? Leave a comment.
I have no idea what promotes. Go find the video's thumbnail in the recommended section and click on it. I know you're already watching the video, but if you see the thumbnail in the recommendeds, if you want us to get engagement, you click on that, because CTR is the only thing they really care about nowadays.
Yeah, and I don't know, go to Susan Wojcicki and I don't know, beg someone, throw money at her to promote our channels.
Yeah, ask Susan.
Susan, I have $5 bills. Take these $5 bills, promote my channel.
Let this video go viral, Susan. It's gonna make you money. I'm not in the preferred advertiser program, so you're taking a higher percentage of mine than all these million sub channels. Like, come on, you know you wanna.
Alrighty, folks. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you all on the flip side.
Bye-bye.
Oh, also the Patreon.
Oh, well, I was talking about that for a while.
My Patreon.
Oh, right.
All right, bye.
Right. Oh, yeah, and the video on Patreon will be uncut and uncensored. So all of those things that I had to completely remove from the video, you'll be able to laugh at them more effectively.